Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm ParadogsGamer and we're going to play EU4 and I'm gonna go for the achievement of Land of Eastern Jade. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So first of all, let's take a look at the achievement. So it's called Land of Eastern Jade, and to get the achievement you need to colonize a province in Central America as a Buddhist country. Now if we take a look here at the Buddhist countries, those are the ones in orange. We have the Southeastern Asian area with Ayutthaya, Lanshan, Dai Viet, Pegu and some others around here. Then we have two more. We have this one down here, which is what's it called? Pakarunyong. Yeah. And then we have Ceylon over here. This one here. So that's this area. Then we have Tibet in the middle here, which is Uzang and Kam. They are both Buddhist. Also this one is Saudik Yogir. And then in the north we have the nomads, the Mongols. That would be Oirat Horde, Mongolia, the Buryatir and Cochin. These are the Buddhist countries in the north. So, which one would be the best one to get this achievement with? Well, first of all, there is the tech group issue. The hordes up here, all of these guys, they have the nomad. They're in the nomad group, which has a 75% penalty to technology. These guys here, the Buddhist, and also the Southeast Asians down here, they are in the Chinese tech group, which is 60% malice. And then there's Ceylon, which is in the Indian tech group with a 50% malice. I think this one is Chinese as well. Yeah. So it's not really that much of a difference between the 50% and the 75%. So that's not going to be the criteria with which I choose my country. I think the most important thing is distance. Now if we take a look over here, Central America is basically what you see here in red, all the way from Panama down here, and then all this a little bit further north than that though. I think this one here, Nakipa, is the northwesternmost province in Central America. So that's the target. That's the province that we need to reach. Now to reach that, if we are like Ceylon or Ayutthaya or someone down here, we would have to go through the Philippines and all through the Pacific Ocean here, all the way to Hawaii, and then make the final leap from Hawaii and up, like this. That's actually pretty far away. It's very far. And even further from Ceylon. Now, the Tibetan countries are in the middle of the mountains in the middle of Asia. So they are very far away from the sea. And they have to go basically through Ming to get to the sea, or all the way up north or all the way down south. So they're basically too far away. Now the Mongolian hordes, on the other hand, they can go through Kamchatka, through the Kuril Islands here, and then down the coast from Alaska all the way down through California and down this way. That way you don't need that far of a colonial range, because you can just hop from one to another like this until you get there. So I think the Mongolian hordes is the best choice to pick. So if we look at them a little bit closer, we have the Oirat horde, which is the biggest one. Then we have Mongolia, which is actually a vassal under Oirat. So these guys are together. And the other two is Buryatia and Korochen, which are rather small. So I think even though Oirat is furthest to the west, I think that's the better choice, because you can annex Mongolia pretty quickly, and all you have to do is go through a few horde provinces to get to the Pacific Ocean. From there, you can actually conquer Kamchatka and Chukchi up here, and that will you're already at the Kuril Islands here, the Aleuts, and all the way up here. So that's going to be pretty fast way to go. There are also northwestern Indian provinces that you can probably conquer, so you don't need to colonize all the way. You can hop through these provinces as well. So I think that's gonna be it, the Oirat horde. Now in order to get an achievement, you have to be on Iron Man mode, so let's check that. And you have to be at the 1444 start date. So those are not optional. So let's go ahead and dig in. And let's just call it Land of Jade. Here we go. Now there are two things to consider when we start up. One is Ming, and Ming is sharing a border with us. You can see that here. We share a border with Ming here, and Ming is pretty big, pretty scary. They can be handled, of course, but we just need to keep them in mind always. The other one is Russia. Now, Russia haven't even formed yet. It's usually Muscovy who completes that, and they're gonna have to fight a little bit for it in the beginning here, and then usually they will start colonizing around Uzbek up here, and then further on. Now, if I allow them to just form up and come all the way across and meet me here, there's a pretty good chance that they will beat the crap out of me. So I need to stop them from becoming too big. That means I also need to go west through the Uzbek, and maybe even a little bit of colonizing up here, just to stop them from becoming too big. So even though that is the wrong direction, I think it's necessary to do that, because I don't know when I will reach California. I might never reach it if the Russians kick my ass. So those two are main issues. Alright, let's go and take a look at our country. So, before we start, let's go and see what can help us to reach Mexico. Well, we need some ideas, obviously. We have no national ideas or traditions that can help us. So what we want to do is we want as quickly as possible to take the exploration ideas. The exploration ideas gives more colonies, but more importantly, they unlock quest for the new world, which is essential to start colonizing. Also, you got stuff like Corona Range, settler increase. Yeah. So this one will be my first. The other important idea is expansion, and the reason for that is first and foremost, you get another colonist, and you also get more global settler increase. But other than that, you can unlock policy, plus you can get random events that will spawn from this idea. So that's very important. In the military side of things, the naval ideas is probably the best bet. And the reason for that is also that of a policy. Let me see if I can find it here. Naval plus exploration. If you take that policy, it's called skill cartographers, you will get plus 20% colonial range. So that is also worth considering. Alright, what else do we need to take a look at? Well, obviously to get the ideas we need a lot of admin points, and we do get the 75% malus, so that's gonna take a while. Oh, here. As you can see, we need 1048 power points from a base of 600. Nomad group is minus 75%. So that's gonna take a while. If I don't do anything right now, I would get my first national ideas in March 1461, which is almost 20 years away. Alright, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a look at our leader. We have a 223 leader, and then we would probably want to go and set the national focus on the admin. That way it will be reduced to 11 years. 11 years from now we will get our first national ideas, if we don't spend any other admin points, which is unlikely though. Alright, now we can also get advisors. So we have here, we have the stability cost minus 10%. Here we have a trader and a spy master. It's not the best one. Stability cost is not really that much of an issue. We can take a look at the missions and decisions. For decisions we got reform the government. Reforming the government as a horde is very important if you want better military units, so that's going to be an issue later on. And for that you need administrative power 200, legitimacy 90, stability of 3, and then you need either the economic ideas, the innovative ideas, or the administrative ideas. Then we have the monastic education. I need a theologian to get that extra missionary percentage. And then we got enforce a heritage, which is oh, did I pick the wrong nation here? I'm Mongolia for some reason. I think I clicked the wrong one then. Okay, let me just quickly go out here. Oh. Exit to menu. Okay, that's that was a bit silly. But the ideas and all that is the same, so nothing has really changed. Let me just quickly. So let's delete that game. Land of Jade. Alright, and then go and pick Oirat Horde. This one is the one we want. Play. And then we call this one the Land of Jade. Okay. What a start. That doesn't bode well. Maybe we get a better leader. I hope so. Alright, so here we are. Oirat Horde. So as you can see, the ideas are exactly the same, so nothing has changed there. Well, we do have a 335. Let's go ahead and put the national focus to admin again. So we get 8, 5, and 7. Good. Now that means we will get the first idea in 10 years from now. So where were we? Missions and decisions are also the same. I just need stability 1 to get the enforce our heritage, which will give another missionary strength of +2. Let's just take the advisors as well. Yeah, this time we get a inquisitor or theologian. Let's take the theologian here, because he will unlock a decision if you take him. We get the monastic education unlocked, which is missionary strength +1, accepted culture threshold -5%. Let's go ahead and pick that. And so we need 1 stability to pick the other one. Right, that was the decisions. Now the missions: we can fortify Hoboksar, we can incorporate Mongolia into our country, and we can save arisen people in Yunmen. Yumen is a Ming province, so I'm not going to do that. I'm certainly going to incorporate Mongolia into the country, so let's go ahead and pick that one. Will give us 25 admin. There we go. Okay. So where were we? Let me just see here. We need to pick some rivals. Let's see what we can choose between. Boratia, which is this one up here, is the direction we need to go, so that is a good one to pick. Then we have Shakatai, which is our natural enemy, so let's pick that one as well. And then we can choose between the Kochin and the Uzbek. The Kochin is here. We don't necessarily have to beat them. We might want to become friends with them, because we can go around them. So let's pick the Uzbeks instead. So that will be my rival, my third rival. Alright, so the economy is primarily trade based, as you can see here. 2/3 of my income is from trade. Let's go ahead and check the trade. We have a trade node here, which is in not in my province, but it's pretty close. So let's go ahead and collect trade from here. And then the other guy we will put in Xi'an and transfer trade this way. Alright, so those were the traders. We can change the religion in our shamanist provinces. It's going to be pretty quickly as soon as we get the other decision as well. So let's go ahead and start that up. That gives us a little bit of unrest in that particular province, but that's fine. It's only 1.6%. Alright, so what is left now is my diplomats to get them assigned. One thing to note is that we have a couple of cores outside of our realm. We have this one in Jiangxi, which is also Ming, so not first priority. This province here is under the Shakatai, so we are going to attack them to get our province back. And then we got all of these cord, but those we will get anyway when we integrate Mongolia into our country. So I basically want to attack the Shakatai. Right, so my first diplomat is going to start integrating, or rather improving relations with Mongolia. Let's do that. And the other one I will use to attack Shakatai. First, before we do that, let's check our subjects. We have Mongolia as a subject. They have 6 infantry units, or rather 5 infantry and 1 cavalry. Now the new thing you can do in Art of War is this one here. You can set the military focus for your subjects. And there are 3 possibilities. You can leave it in the middle, which is no focus. They will decide on their own strategy, which is how it's always been. Then you can choose an aggressive stance. They will try to siege as much as possible and not attach to friendly armies. And the other side of that is supportive. they will stick close to allies and avoid independent operations. So this way you can choose if you want them to stick to you or spread out. And I want them to stick to me to start out with, and then we can always change that when we have beaten his army up. Also, I have a pretty good leader here. He's a 5-shock, 5-maneuver leader. It's pretty awesome. So let's go ahead and assign him. And then finally, our force limit on land is 11. We have currently 8 units, so let's go ahead and build one more. And as a horde, you can actually have 100% cavalry. You can see here, you cannot have more than 100% cavalry compared to infantry in a battle, or you will suffer insufficient support penalty. And as we know, the cavalry here, at least in the beginning, is twice as good as the infantry. So we really want to have just cavalry. So let's go ahead and build one of those. And I don't have any money to build more right now. So we are basically ready to go to war with Shakatai. Let me put a break in here, and then we'll take that war in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye.